Marty, how did you approach the team selection for this weekend's game against South Adelaide, given the injury-depleted squad?
Yeah, that was a really tough 48 hours leading into the game. We had an injury on Friday night to Jimmy Matthews, which sort of changed, I guess, the whole makeup of the reserve side and the league side heading into the game. And then on the day of the game, Will Snelling had some family, I guess, personal issues, so he pulled out as well. So it was all sort of last minute and late in the game, or late in the week. And we really struggled, I guess, to find players available because the 18s played on the Saturday, and also too most of the local players had played footy on the Saturday as well. So it was really tough, and that's why the reserves played with 20 players in their game, and we were lucky enough to continue on with the league in 22. But yeah, it's been a tough couple of weeks in terms of injuries, and we hopefully get some players back soon.
How many new players were introduced in the reserve side for this match?
We had a couple more play their first game of senior footy. So Seb Christafi, who's come up from the under-18s, and Ned Atkinson as well. So those two guys played their first games in senior football. Ned's been playing in the state, or he played a game of state football for SA in the under-18s. So he's come back to us, and he played in the reserves. But yeah, with the injuries we've had a few 18s come up and play, which has been great to see those guys get exposure at the next level. But we hopefully they can go back to the 18s over the next few weeks, and we can get some players back into our senior sides.
What were your thoughts on Hugo Kade's performance in his first game debuting for the league side?
Yeah, Hugo was great. It's a great, I guess, for him to have an opportunity with Dan out with an ankle sort of managed as well. So it's great to expose these kids or these younger players, I guess, at certain stages throughout the season. Hugo got a trial at the start of the season as well, which is great exposure, but it is great to have these guys come in and play a game, and he played his role really well, had 49 hit-outs. We thought he dominated in the ruck contest, which is really good to see, and just goes to show that our development program and our reserves and our juniors coming through are ready to play, and it's a great asset to the club.
With 17 players on the injury list, predominantly due to trauma injuries rather than soft tissue injuries, do you believe there is an underlying reason for this pattern, or is it just a series of unfortunate events?
It's a really hard one to put a finger on exactly what it is. I think due to a lot of them being trauma injuries, you sort of expect to have those throughout the season. Just at the moment, we've probably got a large number and more than we would like, and a lot of them are, injuries that are, shoulders that happens in bumps and contests, and then we've got ankles. We've got a couple soft tissue injuries, which you always expect throughout the season, but I guess with everything at the moment, we've just got a lot of numbers on the injury list, which is not ideal.
Looking ahead to the next game, who are the players currently in consideration to return from injury to the league side?
So I guess the few that will return to, I guess, the league side and hopefully in the selection process will be Dan Sparks, Jared Dakin and Connor McFadgen. So those three should all be available, and hopefully we'll just have to wait on Will Snelling, but hopefully Will's available as well. So we should get a few players back, and then a few more in the next couple of weeks as well. So hopefully that injury list looks a lot smaller in the next sort of fortnight.
What are your expectations and goals for the team in the coming weeks leading into finals?
Well, I guess our thing is firstly to tick off that 10-11 wins, which gets you a final spot, which we're very close to doing now. And then because we currently sit second, I think that still that top spot is another goal as well. And then I guess the one in between that is the top three. We always know the top three is a good spot to finish if you can. Gives you the double chance and gives you the best chance of playing in that grand final. So they're probably the three sort of goals we've got left for the last part of the season. Which look like we've got to tick, the qualifying for finals should be ticked off pretty quickly with a couple more wins, and then it's really tight at the top of the ladder, so that top three is going to be really important, and just to keep winning as well.
Awesome. Thank you, Marty.
Thank you.